Hi guys, thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Catherine and I tell true stories. Thanks for the new subscribers. And today my story is about a narcissist indeed is a demon's vessel. A narcissist indeed is a demon's vessel. First of all, you need to know what a narcissist is. A narcissist is a person who suffers from narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. This is a mental health condition, and the people suffering from it actually don't know that they're suffering. To them, they're just normal. It is a condition that people hold themselves and they hold a sense of importance to themselves, unreasonably sense of importance to themselves. They seek too much attention and want people to admire them. And out of this kind of people lack empathy. Empathy as in you don't care what people feel because you are the one who deserves happiness. Woe unto you if you show any sign of intelligence, any sign of smartness in any way, because that belongs to them. It is their belief that they are the ones to be recognized, not anyone else. So you will be a victim. Woe unto you if you get angry when they make you angry, because they feed on your anger. Being angry is not going to make them feel guilty because that is lacking in them. No consciousness. And the more they make you miserable and you show that you're miserable, the more happy they become. They are vampires of misery. And that is why we say they are empty shells, homograms created by demonic energy. The human is no longer in them, completely gone. My story today is about a lady by the name Lillian. Lillian was working in a branded sales shop somewhere in Kenya. You know, branded clothes, branded bags, and branded shoes was a shop which was making a lot of revenue. And Lillian happened to be one of the best salespeople in the shop. And since the company was international, they had these privileges of transferring to other countries if they wanted to work there. You know, they would be recognized internationally for the sales that they had made, things like that. There was a lot of recognition and growth in the staff. The staff were being pushed to grow, and as in there were plans made for their future growth. And if they were not performing so well, they will be encouraged actually. They will be told their weaknesses and they will improve together with their managers of that brand. But it so happened that for some reason the brand was withdrawn from that company and now it was taken over by some locals. And so they were no longer selling branded goods, but they were selling anything, you know. If you want to add goat skin, you can add. If you want to add, what do you call this? beans. You can add in this shop that was selling branded clothes. You can now bring your own, even second-hand clothes now began being brought into this brand for sale. It was no longer a brand anyway. And to make matters worse, now they had a new manager who was not from the brand before. So this manager knew nothing about brands, and it was unfortunate. Not knowing about brand was not the issue, but it was unfortunate that the manager was a narcissist. So Lillian, who was very good in sales as usual, was recognized, and she was expecting her immediate manager to come and congratulate her. But instead, her immediate manager came and asked her, the guest who picked these clothes could have picked some more shoes, He could have picked even the bags, So the manager was implying that she did not actually put any effort in the sales. The the guest just came and picked. And on thinking of how she really tried to convince the client to take this product, she was broken-hearted. Broken-hearted as in suddenly her enthusiasm just died. And this is where we see the spirit of condemnation in a demon. You are disapproved of any effort that you do, as in you have done nothing. This guy just came and picked the product. And mark you, he wasn't even there. He wasn't there. But he just concludes. Because he believes he's the only one who could do such a thing. What a pity. But anyway, she continued working very hard. She continued making sales and everything very high, better than anyone else in that shop. No matter what they had brought for sale, she will sell it. She will sell their second-hand clothes as well, and she was very good. And now she noticed that anytime she will go beyond the target is when this narcissist manager of hers will come and scream at her, and she will wonder, what the hell did I just do? But when she studied the pattern, she realized that it always happens every time she hits a record in herself, is when this narcissist manager comes and screams at her at the top of his voice for some reasons, petty reasons that she does not understand. He will come. He had even hired some not really hired, but he had made some friends with the other staff who were paparazzis of Lillian. The paparazzis will come and take pictures of her stock. Like when a client has been going through the clothes and they're left there just for a few seconds because she has to attend to another client. Instead of the paparazzi coming and arranging it for her, the paparazzi will come and take a picture. That minute he had used to take the picture could have been used to just set things back. And the narcissist will now use this opportunity to bring out his anger on her. As in his head, it was like, how dare you try to gain the limelight? Because in his head, he knew that if she sells, then she's gonna be recognized at the top. So he has to frustrate her, make her angry, and so she will lose the, what do you call this? She will lose the motivation of selling anymore, and her productivity will go down, because you can imagine working when you're angry. It's very hard. Then he began plotting on her. He will tell the other staff lies. Lillian said this about you. You can imagine a manager, a whole manager, talking about another staff to other staff. Lillian said this about you guys, so that the other staff now can go against her. And there we can see the lying spirit, the demonic lying spirit in this narcissist. In order to gain his, fame, as he thinks, his recognition as the only person to be recognized and no one else, he has to tell lies as well. The spirit of lying. And it's combined with the spirit of jealousy and envy. No one should be better than you. Woe unto you. I will make all the efforts to bring you down. So working for Lillian just became a nightmare. Daytime nightmare. Because she did not understand that her manager was actually sick. Very sick. Suffering from narcissistic personality disorder. And the problem is they don't know that they are sick and they need medication, counseling, therapy, psychiatric assistance. They don't know that. Or they will not accept. It's like meeting a mad person walking naked on the road and telling them you need to see a psychiatrist. You'll not be making any sense. The naked man believes he's okay, he's cool, he's fully clothed. So that is how it looks like when you tell a narcissist he needs psychiatric help. And he made sure that in all the departments, he will be getting a girlfriend. I mean, his morals were not right. As in, he was a married man, but he had still I don't know whether he forgot or not, but because he believes he's a macho man, everybody needs to admire him. The management needs to recognize him. All the ladies should love him. And woe unto you if you are not interested in him. Because you're different. And he hated Lillian for that. Who does she think she is? Everybody in this sales shop admires me. Who does she think she is? And made hell out of it as usual, in connection to other things that are not even related to what he's thinking. As in, Lillian will go to the toilet briefly, and then when she comes back, she will find a tissue on the floor. As in, a client just dropped it just a few seconds ago, and Lillian suddenly comes. And he will scream at her like the tissue has been there for 2 years. But the thing is, Lillian could not be in the toilet at the same time collect the tissue. His paparazzis had already done the work of taking the picture instead of picking the tissue. So this kind of narcissism really caused mental turmoil on Lillian, who finally just had to resign and find a new job. Not knowing that it was actually a demon working in a person who is sick, who had become a vessel. His body was now filled with the energy of a demon because he possessed all the things that the demon enjoys. And interestingly, a few minutes after screaming at Lillian, he will come back smiling, saying hi, like nothing had happened. And Lillian was confused. What exactly is going on here? And this is where we see a spirit of confusion caused by the demons. They cause confusion and make you wonder what is wrong with you. But actually, there is nothing wrong with you. They make you start doubting the power of God because they're using this narcissist to torment you, just like tormenting a possessed person. Now the spirit has possessed the narcissist to torment another person. And so it should be known that if you see you're having such people around you, you either learn to live with them or you leave. Learn to live with them or you leave. And since their target is what drives them is recognition, attention seekers, admiration. That is what drives them. And so if you cannot do all these things, the best thing is to avoid them. The best thing is to show no reaction to their anger, because that is what they feed on. But Lillian made a decision to leave and not to live with them. So if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.